up next, writing about domestic violence. Delia will have that one.
Three partners have joined forces to launch an essay competition on domestic violence. Amar Hall is the CEO of Penny Ads Media Services. Nardi McLaren is Acting Director of Community Liaison at the Bureau of Gender Affairs. And DSP Jacqueline Dillon is with the Domestic Violence Intervention Center of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Every time I interview DSP, she gets a promotion. So when she come back, we'll see. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Omar, I'm going to start with you. It's a very serious challenge in Jamaica.
Indeed.
So tell me a little bit about Penny Ads Media and Writing Clouds Creations and the kind of services that you provide.
Yes. So Penny Ads Media Services is a campaign management business, and we also do media buying. So we would purchase media spots from media entities like TVJ, RJR, to name a few. And Writing Clouds Creations is a publishing house. We publish books.
Okay.
Right. And we have 3 books published. Right. Whispering Diary is one of them. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. So what inspired Writing Clouds to launch this essay competition on domestic violence?
Okay. So while we were interviewing a young lady that came to us wanting to open up about something she went through, right? We realized how serious it was and how writing about this helps persons now to open up.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is going to want to go to Tom or John and speak about it, but they might write about it. Hence the reason Writing Clouds Creations approached Penny Ads to actually assist them in launching this essay competition on domestic violence.
Yeah. And DSP, that's one of the things, the silence.
Yes.
And breaking the silence is one of the toughest things when it comes to domestic violence. What are some of the most pressing challenges that you face, the JCF's Domestic Violence Unit, when addressing domestic violence cases in Jamaica?
You just spoke about one of the most critical ones.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get persons to open and to follow through. The follow through is critical to domestic violence prevention. And so while it's important that persons report to the police and other organizations that are there to help, it's all important too that they follow through with whatever decisions that they have made. Because many times when they don't follow through, this is where we now have to investigate other serious crimes. And so for us, it is about persons trusting us to do what we ought to do, and remembering that in the process of intervention, it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of patience to get things going.
How can individuals contact the Domestic Violence Unit? I remember the very first one. How many are there island-wide now?
There are now 10, and the unit is located at Oxford Road, 2 Oxford Road, in the Office of Community Safety and Security Branch headquarters.
Nice.
But persons can reach out to any station, because what we have been doing is training police officers at all levels to deal with domestic violence when persons reach out to them. So they don't necessarily have to first and foremost reach a domestic violence center, because that may be late.
Yeah.
So go to a station and speak to somebody, because they are equipped with the requisite knowledge
to deal with it. Nadia, what's the Bureau of Gender Affairs' role in addressing things like domestic violence?
Good morning. So the Bureau of Gender Affairs, Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport is the government of Jamaica's national machinery that deals with addressing and reducing the vexed issue of gender-based violence. So in doing this, the Bureau of Gender Affairs, I want all of Jamaica to know what exists. We are guided by policies, programs and plans, such as the National Policy for Gender Equality. We have a National Strategic Action Plan to eliminate gender-based violence, which is a 10-year plan that sees us partnering with all stakeholders because gender-based violence is cross-cutting and affects us all. Additionally, we have our Sexual Harassment Protection and Prevention Act and other suites of services that I'd want persons to know about. We have a national shelter for women and their children who are victims of domestic abuse, so they do not have to stay and suffer in silence. There is help. We have gender-based violence helplines for persons to call, WhatsApp, one drop call, please call me, and they are available for 24 hours. Additionally, we have a male empowerment unit.
Excellent.
Because the issue of gender-based violence, persons think that gender-based violence is a woman issue. It is not. It is an everybody issue. And in an effort to address the issues that men and boys face, because sometimes when a man is experiencing gender-based violence, they may not want to talk to a me or a Miss Dillon because they know how our culture is. So the male helpline is there. Recently, we have introduced our Sexual Harassment Investigative Tribunal to support the Sexual Harassment Prevention and Protection Act.
So quite a bit happening.
A lot.
In the Bureau. People just need to become more aware and
Yes.
access the services. So tell me, Omar, how can persons enter the essay competition? Give me more details on that.
All right. So persons can enter the essay competition. They can visit our Instagram page to learn more about it, because the essay competition is going to commence September 29th through to November 28th.
Okay.
So the information will be posted on our Instagram page, Writing Clouds Creations Instagram page. Also, we will be putting out this more in other social media outlets.
All right.
Right.
And they're going to win some prizes, I see here.
Right.
Yeah.
So first prize would be $250,000. Second, $150,000. Third, $100,000, and $50,000 for fourth prize. And we are going to have consolation prizes. So already Penny Ads Media Services is the main sponsor, but we are reaching out now to corporate Jamaica to assist us, to come on board, to help us, to fund this, so that together we can fight against domestic violence.
Yeah. DSP, why did the JCF choose to partner with Penny Ads on this?
It is within our scope of law enforcement and prevention. And so it's important that while we talk about domestic violence, that we also partner with other agencies, because that's what we do. We are law enforcement. We have to partner with other agencies to ensure that we get the message out there. And so whatever machinery that we can use, we are going to do so. And so it was important that when we were contacted to partner with them on this essay competition, it came right in the middle of our discussion around domestic violence and what we have been seeing on the Jamaican landscape in recent times. And I'm also happy that this is not just a Jamaican thing, it's a regional cooperation, because we have cross-country, cross-island domestic violence, and so we have to do whatever it is that we can. And so joining forces was
a win-win. It's a global issue.
Yes.
And we are no, different here in Jamaica. And I'm glad that, the more people that come together, the stakeholders, to address it, we'll see less and less until there is none.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming this morning.
Thank you for having us.
CEO of Penny Ads Media Services, Amar Hall, Acting Director of Community Liaison at the Bureau of Gender Affairs, Nardi McLaren, and DSP Jacqueline Dillon with the Domestic Violence Intervention Center of the JCF. Find out more details online and please submit your entries. Up next, a beach DIY towel trick to try out for the summer. Do I get the sunscreen?